number one.
All right, let me take it from here. All right, I'll start by saying good morning, beautiful people out there, and happy Wednesday to you, the 14th of January 2026. So if you're listening right now, take this as your gentle pause in the middle of a busy week. I mean, you've already done a lot and you're doing better than you think. Take it from me. And Wednesdays have a way of testing our focus, right? I mean, the week is already in full motion, routines are settling in, and energy can start to dip. But hear this, you're still in the race and you're still moving forward. Every step you've taken this week counts. And this morning, I want you to step into your day with confidence. I mean, you don't need to rush your purpose or compare your progress to anyone else's. Your journey is unfolding at the right pace for you. So show up fully, do what you can, emphasis on doing what you can,
Mm.
and trust that consistency will speak for you. And to the students adjusting back to school, the workers chasing deadlines, and dreamers quietly building something meaningful, your effort is not wasted. Okay, even on days that feel ordinary, growth is happening. So take a deep breath, lift your head up, walk into today with intention and calm strength. Speak positively. Chike always says this to me every single day. I speak
Yeah.
positively, right? And be kind, especially to yourself. And remember, you are capable of more than this moment demands. You're capable of anything. So, from my heart to yours, I wish you a focused, productive, and beautiful Wednesday. Stay encouraged, stay hopeful, and keep showing up.
Of
Right?
course, stay encouraged, stay hopeful, and keep showing up because that's all you gotta do for yourself. Because if you don't show up, come on, man,
Mm,
what's the point?
that's the
What's the
point.
point?
Yeah.
All right, and we are still 14 days into the new year, and certainly it's actually that period that a lot of people are making the year resolutions, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, even someone like me, I don't break one of my resolutions. So
I think it's not just you in that. No, no, there's a long
yeah,
line of people.
yeah, but the thing, the idea is, for me, I believe that yeah, there are challenges. You could be having challenges, to
Yes.
keep up. But the thing is, never give up, even when you have setbacks, right?
Right. Yes.
All right, this is still Good Morning Core City, and of course, it's I, Chike, and Esther in the building. And I know you've set out for the day, or perhaps you're still on your way to
Mm.
work, or you're still contemplating whether you're
Still
going to
thinking, should I get out
take it
of
from this
bed? You know, some
angle
people are
or
still
take it
trying
from.
to
Of
find
course
out,
not. It's still 8 minutes, 9 minutes to 8 o'clock. So
right.
a lot of people, not everybody is doing this 9 to 5 thing.
Yeah, it's true
Mhm.
now.
All right. This is still Good Morning Co City, and right about now we're gonna tell you what the weather will look like, and
Right.
Esther is ready with the weather report. And afterwards, we're gonna go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll look through our top stories for today. So Esther, give us how the weather will look like today. It's still dry. The Hamilton is still upon
And
us.
today is hot. But anyways, let's see what it looks like state to state. Okay, so as usual, we'll start from Lagos. I mean, the center of excellence. So Lagos is currently caught between the dry Hamilton winds and moisture from the Atlantic. So they should be expecting sunny skies with some coastal mist this morning, with temperatures rising to 32 degrees Celsius. So the air there remains humid, and tonight stays warm at around 24 degrees. So if your eyes feel itchy or red because of the haze, rinse them often with clean cool water. I'm actually adding health tips today because I love you guys so much. So avoid rubbing your eyes to reduce the risk of eye infections, like Apollo. You see,
Mm.
the right is actually conjunctivitis, but then we know it as Apollo. And then moving on to Ibadan. Ibadan is clearly feeling the transition. The day will be sunny. When I say transition, I'm talking about, I mean, we are moving into Hamatan deeply. So the day will be sunny but increasingly hazy as dust continues to drift south. So temperatures will reach 36 degrees Celsius before cooling to 22 degrees tonight. So protect your lungs from fine dust. You wear a face mask. Try wearing a face mask because it's going to be really hazy outside in Ibadan. And moving on to the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja is experiencing moderate dust haze, giving the sun a pale, washed out look. So it's going to be another very hot day with a high of 37 degrees Celsius, cooling to 22 degrees overnight. So this dry heat can be misleading. You may not sweat much, but you're losing fluids quickly. So aim for at least 3 liters of water today and reduce excessive caffeine intake. So go out there with your bottle, your water bottle every moment. And up north in in Kano, sorry, it's a full Hamatan scene. We all know that the Hamatan is always at its full point in the north. So a thick layer of dust is covering the city and visibility is quite low, especially this morning. So daytime temperatures will reach 32 degrees Celsius before dropping sharply to a chilly 15 degrees tonight. So with air this dry, your skin loses moisture fast. So use thick moisturizers or shea butter some people call it ori, and apply um, saline drops to your nostrils to prevent dryness and cracking. And in the Garden City, Port Harcourt remains one of the few places still holding on to some moisture. So it will be mostly sunny there with temperatures climbing to 36 degrees Celsius. There is a chance of late afternoon thunderstorm, but there's a chance and it's probably not going to happen. And the night remains warm at 22 degrees. So there's going to be a sudden weather changes today, which might weaken your immune system. So you can try boosting your immune system with vitamin C, oranges or other citrus fruits, and plentiful. I mean, they are really plentiful this season. And finally, here in the cool city Enugu, it's very hot to start the day. It's really hot here with intense sunshine, pushing temperatures to about 37 degrees Celsius. So as the afternoon goes on, we're expecting moderate dust haze, giving the area a dry, uncomfortable feel. Tonight will be clear and calm, settling at 23 degrees. So the mix of heat and dust can irritate the throat. A warm glass of water with honey and lemon can soothe dryness and ease the common. I'm saying this to Chike. Okay, wait, do this when you get home. So a warm glass of water with honey and lemon can help soothe the dryness and ease the common Hamatan cough.
Mm.
I already have something like that. I'm going to be doing this myself too. So
Mm-hmm.
please, that is your weather update for today.
Well, I have my water. So for this, I think I have my water, and I'm always ready, prepared for the dry season.
Good.
Still, thank you so much for that weather report, and of
Mm.
course for the advice to navigate through um the uniqueness of the weather
Oh,
these days.
it's
Yeah.
it's certainly my pleasure. I'm here for
All
you.
right, this is still Good Morning Core City right here on 106.9 FM, going the
Yeah.
radio. And of course, we're going to go on a short musical break. When we come back, we'll look through our top stories for today.
Mm.
And I want you to enjoy this one. Joy is coming, Fido cover by the Loud Urban Choir. And when we come back, of course, we're going to go through what's the top our top 10 stories for today. And well, you're going to know what's happening in the country
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Nigeria is every day one activity, and
Mm-hmm.
in most cases, one ridiculous activity to the other.
We hope that these headlines today will be good,
All right,
positive.
stay tuned, stay locked, and don't touch the dial. We are still with you, and of course, it's gonna be a very awesome day. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Go Uni Radio. 106.9.
All right, welcome back. This is still Good Morning Core City right here on your favorite dial 106.9 FM Go the radio, the heartbeat of dialogue. And my name still remains Chike. And of course, I'm in the studio with my pretty lady with the golden voice, Esther in the house. And time check is 8 o'clock, and it's time for us to look through our top stories for today. Remember, you can join us live on YouTube at Godfrey Okoye University Radio 106.9 FM and on Facebook at Going the Radio 106.9 FM in Nugu. And you're gonna see myself and my humble self and the pretty Esther.
And my humble self too.
All right, we are diving straight up into our top stories. For today, we have this one: victims identify alleged Owo church attackers in court. All right, the story has it that two more prosecution witnesses on Tuesday gave vivid and harrowing accounts of the June 5, 2022 terror attack on St. Francis Xavier Catholic Church in Owo on the state, as the Federal High Court in Abuja admitted additional exhibits from the Department of State Services. The DSS is prosecuting five suspects, namely Idris Omeiza, 25 years old, Al Qassam Idris, 20 years old, Jamil Abdul Malik, 26 years old, and Abdul Halim Idris, 25, and as well Momo Otuo Abubakar, who is 47 years old. On amended 9 counts bordering on terrorism, all the defendants have pleaded not guilty. The June 2022 attack occurred during a Sunday Mass marking the Feast of Pentecost. Gunmen stormed the church, locking the main entrance before opening fire on worshippers and detonating explosives. The coordinated assault claimed at least 41 lives and left over 100 injured, leaving a deep scar on the Owo community.
Right. Wow. It's funny how, I mean, it's over 2 years since this incident happened, and the victims are yet to get justice.
Yeah, the point is, no matter how long it takes, justice should be served.
But then, justice delayed is almost like justice denied. I just hope all the efforts of the courts and the government to get these people on the to be detained, I pray that these people will be found and then justice will be given them, because these people, they really hurt a lot of people. Many people are still scarred, and Nigeria is still scarred. Because I can see I can remember the videos.
No, sometimes when you look at this mindless killing, like you just wake up one morning and say and feel like you can kill people because they have gun, and then you're doing it in the name of your religion, as in like it's crazy. It's crazy. But and most times when I look at these terrorists, I'll be like, you guys don't deserve pity, you don't deserve mercy, and that's why it hurts me when I see some of them being pardoned, some of them being given soft landing. They kill mindlessly. They for what? Because we want to go to heaven and enjoy how many? It's unfortunate, and then we just hope that justice is served.
Yes. Okay, moving on to our next top story. JAM begins 2026 UTME and direct entry form sale January 26th. Sets registration and exam dates. Okay, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has announced the commencement of the sale of application documents for the 2026 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination and direct entry admissions for the 2026-2027 academic session. This was detailed in a release, a photo statement signed by the registrar, Professor Ishak Oloyede, and shared on the board's official X handle on Tuesday night. JAM said, applications are invited from suitably qualified candidates for admission into tertiary institutions in Nigeria for the 2026-2027 academic session. The board stated that eligibility is tied to age, noting that only candidates who will not be less than 16 years old by 30th September 2026 are generally eligible to apply or be considered. What do you think about this, Chike?
Yeah, of course, it's that time of the year again when people will be
Mm-hmm.
just delaying to register for JAMB and students. I can actually remember those years, man. I
Oh.
can. I'm trying to reminisce over those years when we were trying to get it to after secondary school. Yeah,
Hmm.
all preparing to write JAMB, and then we all have this thing in our mind that we want to become a lawyer, want to become a
A
doctor,
doctor.
want to become an architect. And you go write JAMB. After writing JAMB, JAMB will give
Jam
you
you.
your score, and when you
Right.
see your score, reality check will come in, and then you're not telling yourself, hey, wait, there's no point. I can't become a doctor again. Let me just go manage,
Mm.
let me just go manage biology sciences.
My.
But meanwhile, I just wish all the
Yeah.
potential candidates
But no,
all the
this
best.
this year is quite different. Although
Mhm.
we've seen, I mean, they said that you have to be up to 16,
Yeah, of course,
and
you shouldn't be less than 16 years old.
many people are complaining. I mean, there are also smart people beyond that age limit, and it
Well, the
seems
thing
like
is, it's actually JAM is implementing the new education policy that you
right.
don't gain admission into the university
Until you're
until
16.
you're 16 years old,
Mm.
except on exceptional cases.
Yes.
Exceptional cases, and of
Mm.
course, who determines the exceptional cases? That's actually the big question. How is it determined? But I know there are guidelines, there are protocols to determine the exceptional cases. Someone who is
Yes.
incredibly intelligent,
Mm-hmm.
and you just don't keep the child back because the child is 15 years,
Yes.
and then you say, ah, you're too young to go to the university.
Mm-hmm.
But then another thing I'm anchoring for is a hitch-free exercise. Like I know right from time it has a way. People have a way. When you want to go register, they were telling you there's no network.
Yes. Oh my
You
God.
go to all these CBT centers.
Registering for JAM is a lot of hassle. I can remember
There's no
vividly the
network.
things
There's
I had to
network.
go through.
Yeah.
No, no, no.
Well, then I just hope that they have fixed the technology. But then
Mm,
unfortunately, Nigeria has a way of making you always feel pessimistic instead of being
right.
optimistic over
Hmm.
things. All right, our
Um,
next story today we have climbed down from high horse. Fayoshe urges
Super.
Fubara. All right, the story has it that the former Ekiti State Governor Ayo Fayoshe has advised Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara to make amends with Minister of the Federal Capital Territory Nyesom Wike instead of engaging in political confrontation. The Speaking during an interview with Aride News on Tuesday, Fayoshe said, "My own position is always clear. Fubara, my governor, all of them got their strength from other people." He made the remarks while addressing the ongoing power struggle between Governor Fubara and his predecessor, Nyesom Wike, which continues to drive political instability in Rivers State. Fayoshe emphasized the importance of humility and reconciliation in governance, citing examples from other states. All right, and then of course, I just hope that well, I keep hoping.
We keep hoping.
I keep, I keep hoping in this country, but then there's no point. The whole political skirmish is the whole political battle between the predecessor and his successor doesn't just make sense. I
Honestly
just hope
speaking.
they fix it so that River State will experience progress, good governance, and not unnecessary political battles.
Right.
All right.
Okay. For the next top story, federal government unveils Lagos gold refinery, pushes $600 million lithium plant launch. Okay, the federal government has announced the commencement of operations at a high purity gold refining plant in Lagos, with three additional gold refineries at different stages of development across the country and a $600 million lithium processing plant in Nasarawa State ready for commissioning. The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, disclosed this on Tuesday, saying that the project marked tangible outcomes of the government's value addition policy in the mining sector and we're repositioning Nigeria as Africa's leading mineral hubs and strategic global partners in critical minerals for the green energy transition. Alake spoke during a meeting with the Saudi Arabian Minister of Industry and Mineral Resources, Mr. Ibrahim Al Qurayev, ahead of Future Minerals Forum in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. A statement by the Special Assistant on Media to the Minister, Shegun Tomori, said the engagement focused on deepening bilateral cooperation in solid minerals development and translating previous discussions into actionable outcomes. Right. What do you think about this?
Yeah, if done well, that's a very good start for
Mm,
Nigeria because if we start refining gold and then lithium, because you know what lithium is
yeah.
like, you know what lithium batteries are what we use
Mm-hmm.
in phones, lithium batteries are what we
Yes.
use in electric vehicles, are you using even in computers, and there's a whole lot. And then we have the rest of the raw materials here.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, if we can do it,
Yeah,
that's
let's do
awesome.
it.
It's going to boost our GDP, it's going to boost the economy, it's going to provide jobs, it's going to make us it's going to, at least bring us closer to being a tech
Yes.
power, not superpower actually.
Mhm.
uh, we will Well, the thing is, if it's going to be implemented well, because we know in this country that the problem is not
Just to make
always,
plans.
it's not always good, the good idea. We always
Mm.
have beautiful, awesome idea. It's just the implementation
Implementation.
is always an
Yeah.
issue. If
Mhm.
implemented well, awesome. And
Right.
then that's going to be a big congratulation to this administration.
Right.
All right, we have the next story. Counter-insurgency: U.S. delivers military supplies to Nigeria. All right, the story has it that the United States African Command has said the U.S. forces has delivered critical military supplies to Nigeria in support of the country's ongoing security operations. In a post on X on Tuesday, AFRICOM said U.S. forces delivered the supplies to Nigerian partners as part of efforts to strengthen bilateral security cooperation.
Mm.
Okay, the statement reads that U.S. forces delivered critical military supplies to our Nigerian partners in Abuja.
Mm.
This delivery supports Nigeria's ongoing operations and emphasizes our shared security partnership. The command wrote, tagging the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria at U.S. in Nigeria. And that's a very welcome
Yes,
development
welcome
actually
development.
for the
Yeah.
country as we intensify our fight against insurgency.
Yes. We need all the help we can get.
All the support we can get, because
Yes.
it seems like these guys are defying every attempt to to cut their wings.
Yeah.
Well, um we are getting there, right?
We're getting there. Okay, moving on to our top story for the day. 2025 was world's third hottest year on record, say scientists, and I concur.
Yeah. Because you've actually been giving us
Oh
look
my
at
god.
ending of last year when we
Jeez.
started this show. Your weather report has always been, it's going to be hot, it's going to be hot, it's going to be, and we've been feeling it. It's going to be hot, it's going to
Somebody somebody told me that he was literally sweating under his feet. That's
be.
that bad. Anyway, let me delve into the story. Okay, the planet logged its third hottest year on record as Earth in 2025, extending a run of unprecedented heat with no relief expected in 2026. US researchers and EU climate monitors said Wednesday. All right, the last 11 years have now been the warmest ever recorded, with 2024 topping the podium and 2023 in second place. According to the European Union's Copernicus Climate Change Services and Berkeley Earth, a California-based nonprofit research organization. Okay, for the first time, global temperatures exceeded 1.5 Celsius relative to pre-industrial times on average over the last 3 years. Copernicus said in its annual report, the warning spike observed from 2023 to 2025 has been extreme and suggests an acceleration in the rate of the Earth's warming. Berkeley Earth said in a separate report. The landmark 2015 Paris Agreement commits the world to limiting warming to below 2 Copernicus and pursuing efforts to hold it at 1.5 C, a long-term target scientists say would help avoid the worst consequences of climate change. UN Chief Antonio Guterres warned in October that reaching 1.5 C was inevitable, but the world could limit this period of overshooting by cutting greenhouse gas emissions as quickly as possible. What do you think?
Yeah, of course, we need to do our part, because with the whole discussion on climate
Mm,
change and the whole fear and the whole campaign, and
right.
well, we could just say that this could be, we are not sure yet actually,
Mm.
but we could just say that this could be one of the effects of climate change.
Of course, and we have ourselves the human activities, I mean, industrial pollution. We're seeing the way we use greenhouse gases. What do we expect?
Mm,
Our ozone layer is depleting. I mean, our atmosphere, the ultraviolet radiations. I mean, everything is getting worse. People are getting cancer even more. So I feel like we have a lot of work to do personally to reduce the rate of
yeah,
these
because at
things.
the end of
Yeah,
the day, it's a collective effort,
it's a
because
collective
every
effort.
one of
Yeah,
us needs to put hands together to save Earth,
right.
because we have no other home.
We have no other home, guys.
All right, still on our top stories for today. We have Ipoma violence. Edo alleges foreign sponsorship. Natasha urges students release. All right, the story has it that the Edo state government on Tuesday alleged that the recent violence in Ipoma, a San West local government area, was a well-coordinated riot sponsored by Nigerians living abroad. Even as Senator Natasha Akpoti Uduaghan called for the immediate release of students of Ambrose Ali University detained over the incident. In a statement issued on Tuesday, Governor Monday Okpebholo's Chief Press Secretary Patrick Ebojele said security agencies had identified one of the sponsors as a Nigerian resident in Russia, while others were based in different parts of Europe. The government said the incident, widely circulated on social media as a student protest, was deliberately misrepresented, stressing that those arrested and charged to court were not students of AAU, that's Ambrose Ali University,
Okay.
AUMA.
Oh, wow.
Well, I just hope the state government nips this
Imagine.
at the board, because it's crazy. Like, I was watching the video posted
Mm.
by Omoyele Shore,
Okay.
where he was lamenting the fact that these students were remanded in prison until they
Right.
meet their bail conditions. And I saw the video was actually a bit touching, because I saw these students being packed into the black maria. Um, to be taken to prison. I saw their relatives crying,
Mm.
and the whole emotional atmosphere. But I just hope the state government sorts it out. It's supposed to be a protest, but it turned into riots.
Right.
And no country, that nobody should actually encourage riots. Rioting destroys.
Especially when it's violent.
Of
But
course, a
riots are
riot is a
violent.
violent
Yeah.
protest.
Yeah.
Actually,
The
it's supposed
violent
to, yeah.
protest. Yes.
So it shouldn't have gotten to that extent. But
Mm.
well, I hope the state government does the like or well, the state government has calmed the situation. But then I just hope that innocent people don't have to face the consequences of the bad elements that.
Right. It was funny because the supposed people who sponsor these riots are abroad. They're not even here, and
That's the
then
state
they are
government's. That's
the
the
ones
state
feeling the
government. That's
heat.
actually state government's accusation. Yeah,
Right.
it doesn't make
Well,
it a fact
right.
actually, but then it's the accusation that the people that sponsored it are living outside the country. But
Right.
then at the end of the day, what we are calling for is calm, so that people will go about doing their business
Mm-hmm.
without having to fear for their lives and properties.
Yes. All right, for the next top story, Anambra residents lament poor roads. The people of Enugu village, Adazi Enu, in the Anocha local government area of Anambra State have lamented the poor state of roads that connect the town from Okanewi Highway, calling on the state governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, to fix the roads before the community is cut off from the state. The residents noted that although the state government is trying in road constructions across the 179 communities in the 21 local government areas of the state, but much attention needs to be given to rural roads, particularly the Akwezi Adazienu Nokwa Road, which they said has become a nightmare for the people using it. Speaking with journalists during the 2026 Enugu Village Day Award giving celebration at the community hall, the chairman of the community, Jidiofo Okongwu, appealed to Soludo to intervene before the rain season. Okongwu said the Enugu Day celebration is aimed to promote brotherliness, oneness, peace, and unity among its people, reminding the people of who they are, their roots and identity, as well as evaluating their performance in the past year and mapping out strategies for progress and development.
All right, the thing is, they what they say, every Nigerian has we have the right to enjoy good road network, because I don't even
Right.
understand why building good road network is a big deal for state governments, for local governments, because come on, okay, look at Enugu State for example. The state government approved for roads to be constructed.
Yes.
We saw the speed at the initial stage, but
Mm.
sometimes I wonder why. I'm actually wondering why there is relative slow pace of completion of some of these roads.
Mm.
Like, you get to a road, it's been scraped, it's been like they have scraped the road, and
Yes.
oh yeah, now come and complete the road you started. Now you've destroyed, and completing it becomes a problem. So
Mm.
I just hope the state government rises up to that responsibility and fix this road, because come on, we are in 21st century. There are certain
Mm.
things we shouldn't be talking about, but unfortunately it has become our conversation. We are still talking about good road network in 21st
Yeah,
century.
issues
We are still
now.
talking about 24 hours electricity provision in 21st century. We're still
Amongst
talking
the many
about
problems we already have on
water
ground.
water distribution in 21st century.
No,
We're not just a
it's not
third world country.
sustainable at
Sometimes
all.
we're not just a third world country. It seems like if there's a fifth world country, we should be there. But then
Well,
the community deserves good road, because for them to
yeah.
come out to lament, because Nigerians, we have a way of adjusting. After
Mm.
adjusting, and the typical Nigerian starts complaining. You know, say the thing don't
This is
become
too
too much.
much. Well, let's God help us and help our government. That's what we ask.
Well,
Okay.
I always I have issue with people saying let's go help. He has already helped us by providing you. You are there.
Yeah.
You are there. Like you are the government there. You are the God we are seeing.
Yes.
Fix it.
And it's your job to represent our
Fix
interests
it. Of
there.
course,
But
you are voted in.
they
But
keep forgetting these things.
unfortunately, the system that brings them in
Mm,
makes it almost impossible for them to be accountable to the people.
right.
You understand? But then that's why it's a collective responsibility for us to
Mm,
ensure that we have a system that will make whoever is in government to become accountable
right.
to the people.
Okay, for our very last top story for today, counter insurgency. Okay, we've already taken this before. We've already
Yes,
taken this
yeah,
before
we've
this
already
minute.
taken it. Okay,
Right.
that's where we are going to be wrapping it up on our
Right.
top stories today. And I hope you had a good time with us. And
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, we didn't open the phone lines today.
Today.
And we promise you from tomorrow the phone lines will be opened, and it's going to be awesome hearing from you and getting you to send out your shout outs to your friends and